Okay, between Dollar Tree seeds and rabbit turds, I want to show you what my garden produced this year with Dollar Tree seeds. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. The subtitle of our show, Pine Meadows Hobby Farm, is A Frugal Homestead. And I emphasize the term frugal. So this year I went down to Dollar Tree and discovered they have seeds that they sell for $1 a pack, yeah. So we bought a bunch of seed and we planted them in their, well actually I started them in the greenhouse this year. And then we transplanted them out to the garden. I want to show you what happens when you plant Dollar Tree seeds with rabbit compost. First of all, I have to admit, I am eccentric. And I happily admit that. I am an eccentric. I'm an artist. So behind me here is a little house that contains rabbits, but I called this little house that is 8 foot by 8 foot by 8 foot. Yeah, check out the video link at the end of the show on how I built this. I call it the bunny bungalow. Yeah, it's a bunny bungalow. That's my eccentricity that comes through. So what does the bunny bungalow have to do with Dollar Tree seeds and my beautiful garden I just showed you in the intro? Everything! This bag is filled with Cocoa Puffs. Excuse me, rabbit turds. They are not Cocoa Puffs. I use a shop vac and I harvest the rabbit compost from the bunny bungalow every Sunday and I deposit it into this bag. I will take this bag, I will put it in a pile in the garden, and then if needed I spread it in my garden. I also will clean out the chicken coop and we'll let that season for a year before I amend the soil with the chicken manure. Now the combination of the two, including my worm castings for my worm bin I have set up in my greenhouse. Look at this garden. Look at this garden. This is Dollar Tree seed and my garden is huge. Pumpkin. Let me show you what fertilizing with rabbit turds does. This row right here is my, oh yes, it's my turnip crop. Look at these turnips. Look at those. Dollar Tree seed. Dollar Tree seed. These turnips. Boil them, slice them, eat them. Delicious. Lots of turnips. One of my favorite greens is Swiss chard. Look at the beautiful Swiss chard plants. I even have some cucumbers growing over here, but I have a lot of cucumber growing over here and I've harvested many already. We have some more to harvest. Dollar Tree cucumbers. Look at these plants. I already harvested many cucumbers off this plant already. And there is a cucumber around here someplace I saw earlier. Gotta find it. Yeah, here it is. Look at this. Yum. Make some beautiful, zesty, spicy dill pickles from these. Yeah, string beans are in here. I have some volunteer tomatoes from last year because I planted tomatoes in here last year. Tomatoes fell to the soil, the seeds started, and they grew volunteer tomatoes. not hybrid tomatoes. These are heirloom tomatoes. So I don't know what variety I'm gonna get here. I'm just gonna let them grow. Got some sister crops growing over here, also known as companion crops. These are tomatoes with peppers, with basil, flowers, and carrots. They're all growing in here. I bet you didn't know this. Carrot tops has a natural odor that repels pests that like your tomatoes. So if you plant your carrots with your tomatoes, you won't have the trouble with those pests and you won't have to use pesticides. So grow your carrots around the perimeter of your tomatoes, and the carrot tops will serve as a natural pest repellent. I have to admit, I fortified the soil in these front 4 raised beds heavily with not only chicken manure, but rabbit manure and worm castings. And so I've got my radishes that are ready to pull and roast. Oh my gosh, folks, you've never heard of roasted radish. Here's the deal. Cube your radishes and throw some olive oil on them, sprinkle them with some garlic, roast them in your oven, turning them every 15 minutes, and serve them. They have a big variety of radish. That's the best to do it with instead of the smaller variety, but if you do the smaller variety, you just cut them in half and do it. Roasted radish is absolutely delicious. Trust me, it's delicious. And like with the turnips, we boil the turnips and we serve them like a potato. But boiled turnip is so nutritious and so delicious. So delicious. But for this cucumber, I'm just going to slice it up and serve it in my salad tonight. More Dollar Tree seed. I've got cauliflower and broccoli. None of them have come to head yet, but these are cold weather crop. We're waiting, but I want to show you guys something I'm really excited about. Look at my beautiful head of Dollar Tree cabbage. Yeah, we're going to harvest that and we're going to eat it. Yeah. Beautiful. I have 5 of them in here. Unfortunately, a deer got in my garden and ate all my kale and all my cabbage, well, most of the cabbage. But the cabbage is rebounding and it's coming back and coming to head. Some of them are a little bit slower because those are the ones that were ate heavily, but they're coming back. So I'm managing to get a handle on this year's garden. Fortifying the raised bed soil with rabbit turds and chicken manure and worm castings, it's working out for me. And as a side note, look how well my grapes are doing this year. This is Niagara grapes. Yeah. I'm going to network with a vintner from a local winery, and he's going to share with us, I've already talked to him, he's going to share with us how simple it is to turn common grapes into a table wine. Stay tuned for that episode. That's going to be special. It's from an award-winning vineyard. Yes, I've already networked with the guy. He's excited to be able to do the show, so we're going to go do that show with him. Well, that's it on this episode on frugal homesteading, purchasing seeds from Dollar Tree, and fortifying your soil with rabbit turds and chicken manure, and growing Dollar Tree rabbit seeds into these beautiful crops. Oh my gosh, so affordable. Stay tuned to more videos. You guys can do that by subscribing and clicking that bell icon. Giving us the thumbs up really helps out the channel. Clicking that share button, sharing our videos on your social media platforms helps us out. Hey, leave a comment. Be safe. Always be kind. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Yeah, I'm off work right now. I'm on a staycation, so another one. So, I got a lot of projects going on. Yeah. You never know what's coming up here on the homestead. Bye-bye now.